Welcome back to Midday. I'm joined by Isa and Tammy from the BC Wildlife Park and some creatures they brought here today. Larger than life, I would say, as far as the wingspan goes on this guy.
Yeah, he has about a 5.5-foot wingspan, which actually makes him the 4th largest bird of prey in all of North America.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's a turkey vulture?
He's a turkey vulture, yeah, and mostly because he has got a bald red head and he looks like a turkey.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, absolutely. What does this guy eat?
This is what we always like to tell kids. He'll eat any animal that starts with the word dead. So he'll eat dead mice or dead rats or dead rabbits or deer and something like that. So he's very much a scavenger. So he's a bird of prey because he eats meat, but he's not really a hunter.
Okay.
He doesn't have any power in his talons to be able to kill anything.
Okay, gotcha.
So he's got to scavenge and look for something that's already dead. So he actually has an amazing sense of smell. Most birds can't smell.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to find something that's dead and not moving around, that's kind of your only option.
Yeah, absolutely. How old is he?
He's 6. He was hatched in spring of 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And does he have a name?
His name is Gontran. It's not so much that he knows his name, but it's so that we can talk about it. Yeah, his story is actually a little bit interesting. We do a free-flight bird show at the wildlife park, and for the most part, all our birds are captive bred. But he was actually a little chick out in the wild, and some teenagers thought it'd be great to have a turkey vulture for a pet.
Oh.
So they took him
I
home.
wouldn't think that would be a good idea.
I mean, I think he's pretty cute, but not so much to have at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they took him home, and they actually took pretty good care of him, but the bad part is now he either thinks he's a person or we're all turkey vultures. We're not really sure what he thinks. So he cannot be released out into the wild, or he will just come and say, can you feed me, please?
Yeah, exactly. And that wingspan, it's amazing. It's like a person.
Yeah, 5.5. I know, right? So if you stretch your wings out, probably...
I have a pretty decent wingspan myself. Wow, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And Tammy, tell us about the owl you brought today.
I'll probably do that as well.
Okay, sure.
This is Tito, and he's a barn owl.
Yeah.
Now, barn owls are found in BC, but they're found where it's a little bit warmer. So not out here in Kamloops where we get the -30s. They can't really tolerate temperatures much below 0. But what he's doing now, as you can see, he can turn his head most of the way around.
Wow.
And all birds can do that, actually, because they have more bones in their neck than we do.
Yeah.
And mostly because they actually have to be able to reach every feather on their body so that they can clean and fix every single feather. So they got to be able to reach the very tips of their tails and the tips of their long wings so they can turn their heads most of the way around.
Oh, just gorgeous.
He is.
How old is he?
Tito is 3 this year. He was captive bred. And the neat thing about owls is that because they hunt at night when it's really, really quiet, they actually have what we call silent flight. So when they fly to catch their prey, their wings don't make a sound, so they sneak up on them.
Oh, he's making a
little bit. He doesn't do that when
he's
mic on him. Right, too bad.
Oh, wow. What are people's reactions when they come to the park and see these birds?
I think it largely depends. Sometimes it's a great amount of fear. There seems to be a fair amount of people that are afraid of birds.
Really? I can't imagine why.
But I think after talking to us and seeing them up close and just seeing how cool they are, and then they sort of warm up to them.
Yeah.
Sometimes Gontran here gets a bad rap for being ugly, but I think he's so ugly that he's cute.
Oh,
or
he's
something
adorable.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are some fantastic events coming up at the park. Boo at the Zoo.
Right. This is the first year that we're doing Boo at the Zoo, and it's kind of leading up to Halloween. So we're doing the 29th, 30th, and 31st. So the park is still open at the moment from, we are regular hours, 9:30 to 4. Okay. And then we kick everybody out. Yeah. Set up for Boo at the Zoo, which starts at 5:30 and it goes until 8:30.
Okay.
And we have special events, so like at 5:30 every day on those 3 days we feed the wolves, which would be great. And then at 6:30 we have a magic show for the kids. And then at 7:30 we're actually putting on a pyrotechnic and fireworks display, so that should be pretty fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they're decorating the whole thing in like scary themed. The train will be kind of spooky. There's a spooky maze and a haunted house. And, yeah, I think it'll be great for kids to come out. Bring your parents. There'll be lots of candy. Come in costume.
Exactly. Meet the animals. There's so many cool animals to check out at the park.
There definitely are.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for coming today, guys. Isa and Tammy with the BC Wildlife Park, and our little friends here, Gontran
and Tito.
Thanks for having us. Thanks so much. Well, we're midday right after this.